My original plan was to upload this raid in its entirety with the original audio from Discord, but my air conditioner and my noise gate had other plans. So instead, I'm going to turn this into more of a breakdown type video since the audio got messed up in the original version. Alright, so when we spawn in and I'm done fucking around with my gun, first thing we do is we turn around and look towards the other spawns. Like I said in my other video, you always want to make sure that you're doing that, whether you're after getting kills or just trying to prevent being killed from the other spawn. You always want to make sure that your first focus is the other spawns nearest you. Because 9 times out of 10, their focus is going to be on you. So right away we spot this, what we think is a duo, both running pistol. And after an initial bit of missing there, managed to get one. I don't know at this time that I got the second one. I did end up killing them both. They're both there. So at this point, my duo partner is going around the other side. He's at the other ramp right now. And he's trying to get an overview to see exactly who's alive, where they're at, where they're going, and try and cut them off so that they don't have an opportunity to escape around that other side there. I'm just changing up my angle at this point because you don't want to hold that same angle. Whenever you shoot at one, always shoot and scoot. The second you start taking shots at someone and they run for cover, you don't want to give them an opportunity to re-peek you there. So you hold that angle for about a minute or so, just to make sure they're not going to sprint out or anything. If anyone is still back there, they're either trying to flank through this hole that I'm running towards now, or they're going to hunker down and wait for me to push and try and catch me off guard there. So I go straight for this hole, try and get to it before anyone else can set anything up. And I'm not pushing them directly. I know that they have pistols, they're probably low levels, but one, I'm here for shooter-born and having kills. So I'm not trying to kill anyone close range or anything like that. And two, always play it safe, because even if they have pistols, a 5.7 will one-tap you in the face easily. Or even through a helmet, at that matter. At that matter, at that rate, I guess is the saying. So my teammate's still at the top of the ramp. He's still trying to hold those angles to make sure that they can't escape. So if anyone is alive back here, they have absolutely nowhere to go. They have to fight us at this point. So if all you have is a pistol and you're getting pushed and you have nowhere else to go, all you can really do is hunker down at that point and just hope that you get a lucky headshot. And again, at this point, we don't know that there's more. And there you go. There's another one. I shoot, I miss. I call out to my teammate that he's running towards the blue fence. And then my teammate will spot him here in a second. And there's the kill. So he just dropped the other guy. You can't really see it from this perspective, but he did end up killing him. And now we just slowly start to push up because we thought there were only 2. There ended up being 3. So now we're worried, okay, well, is there a 4th? Because remember the golden rule. I don't remember where this came from exactly, so sorry for not crediting whatever streamer said this first, but when there's 1, there's 2, when there's 2, there's 3, when there's 3, there's 4, when there's 4, there's 5, and when there's 5, there's a player's cap. So just make sure that you're always aware that just because you've killed someone doesn't mean the fight is over. Because you've also made a ton of noise at this point, so we're expecting people from other parts of the map to make their way over now as well. So now we're just coordinating, because the most dangerous part here is now we're both pushing the same spot from 2 different angles. We're both expecting to see someone and shoot them. And because we're pushing directly at each other like this, there's a good chance that I'm going to see him or he's going to see me and think that we're the next person that we're looking for. Which is why I stop right here. I communicate where I am. He communicates where he is. I say, okay, that's you. We're good. Communication is key in these situations, because you will both push and you will both think that you're an enemy and bad things will happen. So anyway, they both end up being level 1. The third guy ends up being level 1 as well. They all had pistols, so it was clearly their first raid. I like to think that they all just recreated their accounts and this wasn't their first raid in the game, but yeah, it feels bad, man. Just grabbing the most important loot. Not really trying to spend too much time on the bodies. There's not much to really work with there. So what I'm doing now is just getting over to a safe corner where I know I'm not going to get shot. And I'm just going to take some time and repack my mags. This is where you would heal up if you needed to. Just get yourself back to 100% so that you're good to move forward. Because the worst thing is when you don't repack your mags, you get into the next fight and you reload and your next clip only has 12 bullets in it. And you're kind of screwed. Now the alternative is just bring enough mags and then not need to repack in the middle of a raid. That's perfectly viable. If you have room in your secure container, you can definitely bring an extra mag there. I like to bring extra bullets just because you never know how many you're going to need. And it's a lot easier to carry 60 ammo than it is to carry 4 clips. Or 2 clips. I usually just bring a crap ton of nades with me in my secure container. Because why not? Those VOG nades are ruthless. So I'm just waiting for my buddy to finish looting his kill. And then we just heard a bunch of shooting from Ollie. So we're going to push in there. And that's just showing that I got the first 2 kills for Shooter Born in Heaven. So I'm, at this point in the raid, I'm high on life. I've gotten more done in this raid than I ever expected to. Last wipe, it took me like 10 different raids camping on top of this overhang here, trying to get exit kills to try and get Shooter Born in Heaven done, because it is a pain in the ass on this map. So at this point, we're just approaching Ollie, making sure that we're both good and pushing inside. Now, we've made a crap ton of noise out there during that fight, and they made a crap ton of noise in here. So, assuming they're paying attention, they know someone's outside by the ramps. Could possibly be pushing in here. Whenever you're playing in a squad, don't bother trying to have everyone move silently. If there's more than one of you, if you're by yourself, be sneaky beaky all you want. You know, crawl around the map, prone everywhere, it doesn't matter. But whenever there's more than one of you, someone's gonna make noise. It's too difficult to keep that many people quiet. So really, we're only slowing down here, not to try and mask our own sounds, but so that we can hear other people. Because we heard shooting in here, but we don't know if it's on the other side of Ollie or if it's on this side or where it is exactly. So we don't want to come barging in here and walk straight into someone looting a body and end up in a gunfight where we don't have the upper hand. So we're just going to slowly make our way around the back here. Another thing you'll notice is how my partner is trailing back a little bit. He's not too far away. He's there, you know, if something pops off around the corner here, he's there to help me if the guy pushes around. But he's not so close that if somebody's camping a corner, he'll be able to shoot us both down with one spray. And he's far enough back that he could turn around and run the other way if he needed to flank around or anything like that. The back of Ollie here is very dark. It's very narrow, and that shelving unit in the middle there sort of splits the store into 2 halves. So 9 times out of 10 when you're pushing back through, or not 9 times out of 10, more like 2 out of 10, but still there's a significant chance that when you push through the back here and you come around that shelving unit, there's going to be another squad right there, or someone waiting, or just someone moving through the back of the store like you are, just headed the opposite direction. This is one of those areas that doesn't seem like it would be high traffic, but it is. So again, we're more moving slowly here to try and listen out for where the other guys are, and less so to try and keep ourselves quiet. We know that there's 2 of us. We're wearing a lot of gear. We're very heavy. We're gonna make noise. Now, once we hear that scav, that's a sign that no one else is here. We know that there's AI scavs here because No one uses voice lines, and if they do, fair play, but for the most part, because we heard that voice line to our left here, it's safe to say that it's clear. At least that back left corner. So to avoid using that high traffic alley back there and going around that shelving unit where it's very dark, I like to push through the middle here. There's more light, it's less trafficked, and it's a little bit easier to gauge based on audio where things are coming from. When you're in the back of the store, everything sounds like it's from the front of the store, but if you're in the middle, it's a lot easier to tell if something's coming from the front of the store or the back of the store. And you don't have to get every kill yourself. Like you see there, I had a good shot on the first guy, so I took him out no problem. The second scav took me off guard. I didn't know exactly where he was, so instead of staying out in the open trying to figure out where the scav is and getting that kill myself, I just sprint around the corner, let my friend step in, and take the shot when he's already ready for it. So we know now our left is clear because of the AI scavs. I mean, there could be player scavs over there or whatever, but for the most part, we know that there's not going to be a 4-man of geared sweaty guys over there. So we focus our attention on the front of the store because we know that there was fighting here. We don't know exactly where it was, who died, or if anyone lived, but we do know that there was fighting here. So they had to go somewhere. They could have went out the front door, they could still be in the offices just hunkering down, or they could be out the front of the store. So if we can look towards the front of the store and just narrow down the places they could possibly be, that helps. So I'm just trying to get a better angle here, and sure enough, we spot someone right there. And bam, Shooter Born in Heaven done in one raid on Interchange, the hardest map, hardest quest, done. I'm over the moon right now. So I just killed someone. First thing you do, where's his teammates? You know he has teammates. You don't know where they are, but you know they're there. So we're just waiting to see if anyone comes for the body, if anyone, you know, tries to peek us, tries to figure out where the shot came from, anything like that. We don't see any signs here of anyone. So as far as I know right now, that's just some rat that was sitting in front of the store waiting for someone to push out and trying to get an easy kill on him. He could have also been the person in here fighting. And maybe he was the only one that lived. And he's looting a body over there. I don't know. But he was sitting out in the open in a very lit area. Not the best spot to be. So there's probably a reason that he was there. And we're just trying to figure out what that reason is right now. I don't see anything, and I'm so hyped that I finished Shooter Born in Heaven. I don't really care about the consequences at this point, and that's where I make my first mistake. We're pushing way too aggressively here right now. I killed that guy. I want his loot so badly that I'm just not worried about anything else in the world. And that's when you die. It's better to hold down an area, keep watching that area, than to try and just run up, grab loot, and run away. It's always a better idea to just, you get in a fight in an area and there's 4 bodies to loot, that's going to take you a while to go through. So instead of just trying to like hurriedly grab all their loot and just hope that no one comes up behind you, just take your time, reload, pack your mags, you know, restore any health that you need to, check your corners, make sure the entire area is clear. Don't just look around the corner to make sure, oh, somebody's going to come around this corner now and kill me. Clear that entire area. That's your area. Ollie is ours right now. We should have took a lot more time to make sure that Ollie... We didn't check the office area. There's so much here that we didn't check. And here you're going to see in a second where that leads. So right away, right here, I hear a footstep in there. I look to the right, or I look to the left rather, and I get shot from the right. So his friend was with him the entire time. He was just a little bit further back. And as soon as his friend died, he just camped that body. So my friend ended up dying to him as well, because like me, he just walked straight up there to my body and he got picked off as well. So, but anyway, Shooter Born in Heaven done, 1 raid. It's an amazing feeling. And I just wanted to share it with you guys, give you a little bit of a walkthrough of what was going on in my head through that raid. And yeah, thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.